At the end of the day, I had set goals and I was going to meet them.
It doesn't really get easier, they just get stronger.
It was a very, very humbling experience where I had to sit back and think about, is this for me? Is this really what I want? I applied with the Sheriff's Department and I hit the ground running. It was one of the greatest feelings stepping back in these gates and being able to take part in this academy because I wanted to be here. I was obviously not the fastest, I was not the strongest, although nobody would outshine me in my performance, my willingness, my eagerness, wanting to be here, wanting to learn. And that's what motivated me more than anything.
Some of the things that we look for, one of the easiest ones to look for is like their testing scores. Are they doing what they should be doing outside of our view? And here in the academy, when they see us, the training officers, and they see this uniform, everybody's on their best behavior at all times and everybody's doing exactly what they need to do. But what matters is what goes on behind closed doors.
I come from a law enforcement lineage. My mother and father were both law enforcement officers, and my grandfather was a law enforcement officer, so I'm third generation. And it was, I guess, something that I always thought that it was what I would do when I grew up, and that motivated me to push through all the hard times, even without getting paid, and graduate the academy and get hired.
When I was assigned to Metro Patrol, I became a field training officer, and during that time I was able to influence one individual at a time. Taking part in the academy, I'm now able to influence 25 to 30 at a time. So I feel like I have a greater impact on these recruits today, and it motivates me as a peace officer and as a regional training officer that I'm training the future. I'm taking part in these recruits' lives at such a young age and able to influence them and motivate them, keep them motivated, and give them a better understanding of what they're to expect in patrol. And that's honestly what motivates me more than anything.
I think the hardest part about the academy for me was the early wake up. Definitely not a morning person. Obviously that's changed over my career. I think the structure was definitely something that was good for me and prepared me for the career. Before I worked in law enforcement, I was a student and I worked odd hours at gyms and as a bouncer, so I didn't really have as much of a set schedule and a routine as I did once I got to the academy. Obviously, it was a very quick learning curve because you don't want to be the guy that gets everybody smoked because you're late or anything like that. So I was good about that, but that was definitely, there was a lot of nights where I didn't get enough sleep. And so I can sympathize with them when they show up tired because I was there.
If I go to the gym and I'm doing a hard workout and there's times where I get really tired or I don't think I can do something, the recruits are what I think about. And I think about them in the sense that I demand perfection from them, and I demand that they push themselves hard all the time. And so when I think about that, that's what gives me the motivation to keep pushing forward, to keep working hard, and to never stop.
What motivates me now is leaving a legacy that I can be proud of, having an influence on the department that I can look back and say that I helped with that, I made this place better, and with my other associates at the academy, other deputies and senior deputies, all the way up to the lieutenant, make this place better than I found it, and to have a positive influence on the recruits and their careers, and just to see them grow and progress and do well throughout their career.
I cannot have a bad day here with these recruits. I cannot lighten up on these recruits, which is why I push them so much, I motivate them so much to instill that passion, to remind them why they're here. And each day we have our hard times and we have our good times, and then there's in between, obviously. And I do everything I can each day to leave an impression on them where they want to be here. Yes, it's intense. Yes, it's hard. It's tough to be here each day. Although they strive for greatness each day.
Some of the things that motivated me when I was in the academy was I had an officer that mentored me prior to getting into the academy. He was a canine handler. So one of the things that motivated me was I got into this job and I wanted to be a canine handler. But I knew I had to get past the academy and finish field training before I could even get there. Whenever things got tough, whenever I thought maybe like I bit off more than I could chew, or maybe I wasn't understanding something, I would really have to stop and do a little bit of self-reflection and remembering the why. Why did I do this? Why did I sign up to be here? Why did I change careers and pursue this profession? And once I thought about that and the goals I had set for myself, it was always enough to push me and to get me going and to reinforce that thought in myself. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep pushing forward, and I'm going to keep working hard and be proud of the result that I came out with.
Physically, they push themselves. I tell them every time, I want 110% because I give you 110%. They're loud and proud. They want to be here. And they're doing everything they can to show and developing that passion to be here. To be motivated to be here.
They're pushing themselves without us pushing them. Sometimes they do have some physical motivation that occurs. They don't quit. They're constantly striving to make themselves better. They are just constantly pushing themselves to their limit. And we know that sometimes they're going to reach their limit and they're going to falter a little bit. And that's kind of the point. We want to see them get to that level and then still try to push through it, and next day show up stronger, and then the next day show up stronger, all the way till the end of the academy.
Some of them have risen up as natural leaders, and it's because they are working hard, they're trying hard, and they're doing all the right things when we're not watching. Because I think everybody has a winner and a quitter in them, and a lot of people have just hung around that quitter in their mind for too long. These people really push themselves to the limits all the time, and that's one thing that stands out.